Hi folks, in this video, we will explore the pros and cons of two of the most popular digital room correction systems available, Audyssey and Dirac. As you may know, the new home cinema receiver lines from Sound United brands Denon and Marantz are now capable of both of these room correction systems. We will be comparing Audyssey version XT32, which comes free with all bar the cheapest versions of these receivers, with Dirac Live, which is a paid upgrade option available since February 2023. To cut to the chase, for those of you who cannot waste too much time going into the details, our conclusion is that it is too early to upgrade to Dirac Live, especially if you don't have experience in manually tuning your subwoofers or do not currently have a separate solution for your subwoofer bass management. Now, if you want to know why, please keep watching the video. You can get Dirac Live with new lines of many other brands like Pioneer, Arcam, NAD, Rodal, and even Active Dynaudio speakers. But only these 6 Marantz and Denon models will offer you both Audyssey XT32 and Dirac Live together. The prices range from around $1,500 for the cheapest nearly identical models Denon AVR X3800H and Marantz Cinema 50, up to around $7,000 for the range-topping AVR A1H and AV10 models. The pricing is similar in euros for the European market. Phase 1 upgrade, which is already available at the time of this video, consists of Dirac Live with limited bandwidth and full bandwidth options. Limited bandwidth only corrects frequencies from 20 Hz to 500 Hz compared to full bandwidth, which covers the full audible frequency range to humans. In our opinion, limited bandwidth will sound almost as good if not better than the full bandwidth version, since it already covers the commonly problematic area in our rooms below 200 Hz where room modes and standing waves are in effect. It's also a known issue with digital correction systems to degrade the overall sound quality when applied beyond these frequencies. So our suggestion, if you will definitely go for the Dirac upgrade now, then pick the $259 limited bandwidth version. Please also keep in mind that for any version of Dirac Live to work, you will need to separately purchase a UMIC-1 USB microphone, which retails for around $80. However, neither of these upgrades correct for even a single subwoofer in terms of timing, volume levels, and crossover frequency selection. This is a very important part of room correction and requires a lot of experience, which average home theater users will lack. If you have calibrated your subwoofer or subwoofers in some way, for example by using a mini DSP interface, and have the knowledge to determine the optimal crossover frequencies with the rest of the channels in your home theater, then Dirac Live upgrade will add the final touches to that, but otherwise you will struggle to hear an improvement. Now let's talk about Audyssey, which comes with its most sophisticated version, MultEQ-X T32 with sub-EQ-HT in these receivers. Audyssey's own measurement microphone ACM1HB is included in the box, as well as a microphone stand made from cardboard. The setup is very intuitive and easy. Basically, user needs to follow up instructions on the TV screen, which will show up when you plug in the microphone to the receiver. The sub-EQ-HT system will calibrate up to 2 subwoofers for distance, volume, frequency magnitude, and crossover level. In dual subwoofer configuration, subs are not phase matched, so it's not the best possible subwoofer calibration in our view, but it works and the user doesn't need to intervene in any way. Dirac Live Bass Control does a better job, since Dirac also aligns for phase responses of speakers. However, it's not yet available, and it will be a $500 option if you have more than one sub when it is. So staying with Audyssey for the time being, no matter how many subwoofers you have, and considering switching to Dirac Live with bass control when it's available, especially if you have more than 2 subs, is the right way to go in our opinion. We must remind you that all of these new line of receivers have 4 separate subwoofer outputs, and with DLBC all 4 subs can be perfectly calibrated for your room. We should also note that a 4-sub configuration will give the smoothest and flattest bass response across a wider area in your room. For the home cinema enthusiast who is not interested in manual calibration but wants the best automated correction, the ultimate Dirac Live option is the active room treatment, which calibrates speakers as a unified system and uses each speaker's strengths to reduce room decay time, efficiently canceling out lingering bass and leading to unmatched clarity. The waterfall graph on the right is after Dirac active room treatment is applied. You can see that the room resonances below 200 Hz have been greatly reduced. The system is only available with high-end Storm audio receivers at the moment. There's no timeline for its availability for Denon and Marantz, but we know that it will only be available for the top-of-the-line models of each brand, as it requires high-speed DSP chips which lower models lack. When investing in a new receiver, you should keep that in mind. We would be surprised if it's available before 2025. Finally, Audyssey comes with a dynamic equalization system which adjusts the correction to our changes in perception of bass and high frequencies depending on the volume level. Dirac Live cannot do that. It will only optimize your system sound for a certain volume level. Low volume listening will suffer unless you make different calibrations for 3 different slots you have in the receiver. And it's still not the same thing in our view. The last part of the video is for the tech-savvy who likes to manually calibrate their systems. Dirac Live is a black box and offers you only target curve customization. Audyssey will give you 2 options. You can purchase the $20 phone app or invest in the $200 MultEQ-X PC software. It must be noted that, out of the box, even basic Dirac Live has slightly better room correction than Audyssey because it also makes phase adjustments, whereas Audyssey only corrects in the frequency domain. Moreover, quite a few users complain that Audyssey Dynamic EQ boosts surround and height channels a bit too much in its default setting. But it's possible, albeit with some steep learning curve, to fix the calibration for all of these problems with customization using these tools and reach levels even beyond the capabilities of Dirac. You can watch tutorials in this channel if you're willing to learn how to do that. And finally, here are the frequency responses of a speaker before and after calibration with both of these systems in their default setting. Orange line is the ideal target curve. We'll not make a subjective comment on this graph. Feel free to pause the video and explore the details. And there you have it, folks. We've compared some of the best home cinema digital room correction systems on the market today. While each system has its unique features and strengths, we hope this video has provided you with valuable insights to help you make an informed decision. The choice is yours at the end of the day. You cannot purchase a trial license of Dirac Live that will work directly with the receivers, but you can download free trial software to your PC or Mac and test and compare the systems for yourself. Remember, when it comes to creating an immersive home cinema experience, digital room correction is a must-have technology. So go ahead, invest in a system that fits your budget and requirements, and enjoy your movies and music like never before. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. Until next time, goodbye.